Is Jimmy Butler a top 10 player because he plays great in the playoffs, but in the regular season, I wouldn't call him average, but he's just he's just a good dude. He's not really like a superstar in the regular season, but we all just know who he is. So and when he wasn't an All-Star this year, people felt a certain kind of way, but people were playing better, in my opinion. But when he got to the playoffs, he elevated his play. So, like, if he's the top 10 player, then Jamal Murray has to be top 12 or top 10. He got to be in that same conversation. To me, that's what I feel like.
I'm gonna say then, who would you name as a top 10? Like, if you had to make a top 10, not saying it's in order, who would it be?
I would have to go no order. I have to go Bron, Luka, KD, Embiid, Jokic, Giannis, Tatum. Who else I have in there? Shea
who? Gilgeous?
Say Gilgeous. SGA, yeah.
Shea. Then I gotta go Dame. And then I feel like I'm missing somebody. I'm gonna go Devin Booker, and then yeah, that's a smooth team. I'm gonna stay with that team. I know John not in there, but
and who did you have after D Book?
I think D Book was last. I had D Book and
yeah, that's it. That's it. No,
that was last.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Shea?
You forgot. Well, I ain't gonna say you forgot, but I it's a couple names I would have added in there for sure. You probably ain't think about it, but you ain't got Curry in there.
Oh yeah, I need Curry in there over Shea for sure. For sure. Curry, see, I be trying to. Curry just one of them names that like I be trying to say the names I'll forget before I say the names who like automatically in there.
Yeah.
But I still miss him. But yeah, Curry in there over Shea for sure. And I only said Shea because like that motherfucker was hooping.
He was hooping this year.
He
I had him on my fantasy team.
Like if you put him on that Heat team.
What you think they would have won, or what would you
I think it would have been harder to guard them.
I'm gonna say
that team, they got that player who could just go get you one whenever. Like that's why they get Dame is gonna be scary because like they already a good squad, but you give them a motherfucker who could just go.
Yeah, no, for sure. That would be scary. That'd be real scary. That'd be real scary. Dame, like
you can't beat Denver without somebody to guard Jokic. So like I'm not saying say they would have won, but they wouldn't have lost in 5, man. I for sure. That means Jamal Murray got to guard somebody.
They would have lost in 5.5. They would. I think they still would have.
They averaged 32 this year. They averaged 32 this year.
They really would have just let them shoot threes.
Shea ain't no 3-point shooter though. He fit right in that mid-range layup.
They live with that.
It's gonna open up for the shooters they do got. Cause now Shea, like who guarding Shea? Not Jamal Murray.
They're just gonna put one of their 4s on him, like they did with Jimmy Butler.
Shea 6'7", 6'8",
That's
what I'm saying. Like, they were switching MPJ and Aaron Gordon.
Can't guard Shea. They can't guard Shea.
Why not?
He too silky. Jimmy Butler got like you feel me? You study that, I could lock that up if I'm bigger and just as strong as you. But Shea, he got that silk to him. Like they
I'm about to say he only averaged like 1-3 this season. It was still averaging 32. But I don't know. I can't.
Yeah,
MPJ not staying in front of
MPJ. Can't. I don't remember MPJ guarding Jimmy, but I know Aaron did for sure. Aaron, you feel me? He surprised me. I didn't think he was that good on defense, but he did lock up Dame that 1 year and a half for like the last 2 games. So.
Yeah. That's respectable though.
And Tez, you named your top 10? Did you?
No, not yet. No, we still talking about here. But all right, I'm in the spotlight. All right, so no order. I mean, of course, Broad is in my top 10. KD's in my top 10. Giannis is in my top 10. Jokic is in my top 10. Luka and Curry's in my top 10. Then that's when it kind of start to get tricky. Embiid is up there for sure. That's 7. 8 through 10 though. Dame is in my top 10. After this season, I might put De'Aaron. I might put De'Aaron Fox up there though. Clutch Player of the Year, or not? I ain't gonna say carrying the Kings, but the big reason the Kings made it as far as they did. I'm gonna put an asterisk on him for now.
How does over Ja? No, because you said over Ja.
I don't know.
I told y'all about De'Aaron and Ja now. I'm just saying that. Let's not forget.
It's between, I probably would if we go 8 through 10, I'll probably have John De'Aaron in there. And then I'm trying to think who would be 10 though. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody down myself.
Hold on, read this. Hold on. I need to make sure I got this right. You said Bron. You said KD. Some Curry in there. Some KD in there.
Luka, Giannis, Jokic, Embiid, Dame. And then I said I might put De'Aaron in there, and I might put Ja in there. I'm trying to think of somebody I'm forgetting though before I say who definitively 10. Yeah, I think I definitely put them 2 in there though. I can't. I want to put Kawhi in there, but I feel like he's almost invalid for this conversation. It's tricky. It's tricky.
So Jimmy not in there?
Jason Tatum not in there?
Jimmy, is Jimmy? Do you really think Jimmy Butler?
I feel like that. So I feel like as far as pieces that you can move around, Jason Tatum is arguably in there. The last couple spots is arguable to me. So it's you got De'Aaron, Ja, Tatum, and Jimmy. Those 4 can interchange at any given time. Because you'll watch one game of Tatum and he definitely in the top 10, and then you be never mind. And then you watch Jimmy. It's in the regular season. It's is he really a top 10 player? And then he goes off in the playoffs. But I have my reserves about Jimmy too, which if we get into it, I can explain that a little bit more. I don't know, Ja. I mean, Ja is that guy when he ain't holding the gun on live. I mean,
it was fake.
He is that guy. Oh yeah, I forgot.
It was fake. It was fake.
Yeah, the lighter. My bad. But you know, but honestly, I know. Okay, so Ja definitively, I would probably have in there. But between De'Aaron, Don, Jason Tatum, and Jimmy, that's interchangeable to me.
Oh no, I feel like Jason Tatum one of them ones.
I feel but he's so inconsistent, man. I don't know.
If you talk about a player like that, that's the one I don't like. And it's not like Jason Tatum don't got rosters. Jason, for what we hype Jason Tatum to be, I don't think Jason Tatum has ever and we had criticized somebody who's supposed to be like Embiid. That's probably the greatest example. We be saying Embiid is supposed to be Lord and Savior, and we get on him, but I don't know, man. I don't know, because I feel like Jimmy Butler starting to get a little bit of slander, because it's don't get me wrong, Jimmy Butler when he's cold or he just decides he's not gonna score the basketball no more, is bad. But it's Jimmy Butler, this is probably the second time he's gotten a Miami Heat team that had no business in the finals. Especially this year's run. No Tyler Hero, just Bam, and we know how Bam be getting down, and a whole bunch of people that's we wouldn't even pick up on a 2K roster. So it's
no, that's definitely respectable. He probably has the best. I mean, out of the names that I said, he's definitely probably he'll be the first name I name before I name the others for sure. I definitely think he's better than Jason Tatum. I definitely think he's better than Donovan Mitchell. Jimmy Butler. I'm gonna give Jimmy Butler that until Jason Tatum stop.
Jimmy Butler with me, man. is one Jason Tatum not injuring his ankle away from blowing that 3-0 lead, and you know that they were scared. What Bron say? They mentally fucked. Yeah. If Tatum ain't injured that ankle, then Butler would have. Come on now.
You think so?
But, he won, so I ain't gonna do that.
I don't know. Is there something about Tatum that got to prove?
They came back from 3-0, bro. Tatum was he was not going.
Jason Tatum ankle was alright. He was alright.
That was gonna be one of them games where he would have went crazy and they would have blew that Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown argument would have been blew up. It would have been over because he would have dropped 50, came back from 3-0, and I don't know what they would have did with the Nuggets because they still ain't got nobody for Jokic. But I'm gonna give Jimmy his props. I ain't gonna do no what ifs.
For sure.
But if he in your top 10, I respect it. Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but it is some reserves I have about Jimmy, because he had 2 great playoff runs, right? Like outside of that, he's been actually pretty. He's just been a cool dude in the playoff. That's one thing I feel like people forget. That's where I feel like recency bias comes in. Because he did have that one great run, when they lost to the Lakers in the finals, and then obviously this year. But outside of that, it's I don't know, what else are we?
I mean, last year
Jimmy on?
Last year they lost in the Eastern Conference Finals. They was there. Jimmy missed that shot, dead leg. Like I said, I'm not gonna give him no excuse. But they was there though. They was in the conference finals for sure. So, but your boys got him out of there. What, the year 21? The year they won?
Yeah, they won. The year they won. Yeah, got him up out of there. Yeah.
So that was you feel me?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I feel like it's recency bias with Jimmy Butler right now. I mean, don't take away. We going up to what we know now. I can't knock him, but I just feel because when he was on the Bulls, they didn't really do much. I mean, you know what I'm saying? When his first couple 10 years in Miami, of course he going against LeBron. I don't expect him to beat LeBron, but at the same time, it's if you that guy, you gotta be that guy.
He wasn't that guy though. Derrick Rose was still, the team's best player, and then he go to Minnesota. He come back. They out of the playoffs. He injured. He come back. They go to the playoffs. They play Harden them. 2017 Harden, average Joe ain't beating him.
Yeah.
And then he come to Philly. While let me hit the shot. It's he there.
It's just, shot, but they just come up short. Throw your hands up. It is. They come up short.
When the shot get hit like that, it ain't really coming up short. It's just the better man won. That boy shot it. It bounced in. He crouched. You just gotta look. That's his boy over there. So he gonna look.
What's that claw, man? That claw. You see what that boy
Jimmy Butler be there.
That's another thing though. If Kawhi could just stay healthy, man, come on, he's in my top 10 for sure. For sure. I'm not even talking Jimmy, Jason, or you know what I'm saying. I'm definitely putting Kawhi in, when he's
just one of them names who could be top 5 easily. Easily.
Yeah, no debate. And then I don't even think I mentioned Devin Booker. You know what I'm saying? It's once you get to that 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 range, they all moving pieces, man. They all can show up one night and you be man, is he top 5, top 10, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, I don't want to come off as a Jimmy hater, but like I said, I just he had a couple great playoff runs, but he had 2 really good playoff runs where he was just averaging 27, 28 points. He averaged 35, I think it was, in that Milwaukee series. Even though without Giannis, I can't, he did that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But yeah, as far as my top 10 goes, yeah, I would end it off with them 10 names. Jimmy for sure, and then maybe a couple of names that can be interchanged.
That's all I can say to that. But
hold on, Real. Hold on.
What?
We did not hear your top 10, brother. You're not getting out of there like that.
Oh man.
For sure.
Right.
I gotta hear it.
All right. Let me get this notepad too, man. So if I were to do a top 10, right? Not in order. Just name it off the top, right?
For sure. Yeah.
So I'm doing Brian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing Yoke.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing Curry.
Mm-hmm.
GG.
Mm-hmm.
Some people wouldn't even have him in their top 10 or very low in his top 10, but I ain't saying no names.
I'm
What was that fifth name? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
So I got Bron, I got Joker, I got Curry, I got Giannis, Luka, and I got Joel.
Luka, okay. Joel, yep. Okay.
Oh, you like Joel now, huh? Okay.
He's a superstar center, but it's like what Joel Embiid is like you can tell he settles. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a superstar talent that could be so much better than what he's shown. Like I think Gilbert Arenas, he said it the best. Like the dude could literally average 40 points a game if he wanted to. And to be honest, that's probably what it's going to take for him to win the title. You know, like because let's be honest, because the Sixers team was good. Like they should have went a little bit. Like they shouldn't have went out the way they went out, but that's neither here nor there. I guess we'll see him. But it's
hold
like
on. With that,
yeah.
I was about to say that Gilbert Arenas also said that his body is only made, for the second round, and I gotta agree with that. Like it's made for the second round. Like,
but how can he be? Then how can you be considered Joel Embiid this top epsilon center when he's? If that's the case, he's been like that for the past couple years.
And it's like that, and it still ain't. You can only say really two centers better than him when healthy, and that's AD and Jokic. Like it ain't too many. Like you can't go say Cat or Bam or I can't even think of that many.
That's
so
true.
He kind of in there by default, top three by default.
But it's like after a certain point, like when do we really give gratitude to the third best big in the league, especially
first two is Jokic. I mean, he could be second. Like
but he ain't really winning though. Like you look back at his career, every time he's gotten close, he's gotten knocked down. Like Toronto, Milwaukee, Boston. Like you can name on your hands the amount of his big losses, and you can name on your hand the times he should have won. Like I know we said Kawhi Leonard, but that was a series we didn't even have the Raptors even contended for. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like even Boston, like they blew that series, and Boston just snuck up and got that ball from him. Like at some point, like I know we blame Doc Rivers. I know, and Doc Rivers got a lot of blame to it too. But at some point, we got to look at the superstar. Like Joel Embiid continuously has folded on big moments. Like, just look at the past 5 years.
I think he will end up having like
loss. Both is playing like some shit and losing.
I mean,
losing is just losing. I don't know because I don't know his numbers off the rip.
I'm about to say I don't know because he has some shaky performances too though. Like this year, kind of like hurt.
Yeah, but this year he was super hurt, bro. And I ain't gonna say that, but just being like a kind of a bigger guy myself, and I know what come with that, like moving like that so much and all that weight on there.
But he always hurt though, Lo.
And that's a real 7-footer. Like
I think he gonna end up having.
Because he came in the league like that, bro. He came in the league like that. So sometimes it's just like.
But he always hurt.
Come with him. You gonna trade him for Rudy Gobert, or you gonna try to get him better every year? Try to get him better. What you gonna do?
Might not do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there ain't too many people better than
might not do that
with the injury.
I agree. I agree. But at some point, like, when does Joel Embiid start facing ridicule for? Like, because because it's like, let's be honest. Like, Kawhi got 2 championships, and we kill him because he's hurt. You feel what I'm saying?
Kawhi's so good.
Anthony Davis got a championship, and we be like, he's never there when it matters.
Yeah, they gonna get it because partially because they in LA, and partially because they already won, and partially because like we want to see that. Like we want to, like people are so mad at Kawhi because they feel like Kawhi don't give a shit that he's not playing. And if he even a little bit hurt, he's not gonna play. That's what people's problem is with Kawhi. Like even players back in the 90s and early 2000s, like they played, bro. It's the difference between injured and hurt. Like you can play hurt, you can't play injured. Like Kawhi won't even try to suit up if you got a little ankle tweak or a little, you feel me, rib, whatever, any little injury. That's what the problem with Kawhi is. AD he just made a glass.
But I'm gonna say then, what's the excuse for Joel then?
he don't really get no excuse. I feel like, especially this year, he definitely getting the criticism because he won the award and then like performed crazy in the off. So I feel like he was getting it like the past few years, but if he hasn't, he definitely getting it right now. But Ray, you got to keep going to top 10 though.
All right, so I left it on Joel. Right, I got 6. Right. That's tough because I'm weirdly enough I'm not gonna pick KD on this list, and I'm gonna explain.
I ain't gonna think. That's a hot take. That's a hot take.
I'm gonna explain myself after I think about these last four, but I'm not paying KD on this list.
I'm interested in that for sure.
He said it's a hot hand for sure.
I'm gonna put Dame in there. I'm gonna put Dame, and I'm gonna put 8.
Okay.
I got
who has 7?
Dame.
Dame.
I'm
gonna put Tatum in there, and then you know what? 9. I'm gonna put Jimmy Butler.
Mm-hmm.
But 10, I'm gonna steal one of the players y'all picked. I'm gonna put Fox in there because I do think I do. No job. I'm no job. I'm gonna keep it a buck because low key I do gotta. I give D'Lo his props. I give y'all his props. Like low key, at some point we gotta give him his flowers. And this season, like, because I actually got the opportunity to watch De'Aaron a couple of games. Like De'Aaron, like if he gets in that little mid range area, like that free throw line area, that one step in the 3-point, he's dangerous. It's nothing you can do. And he's fat, like he's so quick. Like if he gets that first step, it's like even Curry had a problem getting to that, and even some top defender, like you ain't once he get that step in, it's over. And
that's what really won me over this year is that fourth quarter come down. De'Aaron is gonna be there. Like we talk about these great performers. De'Aaron Fox wants the ball. He gonna get the ball, and he can defend too. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not just out here like running around like hiding on the worst player. He's out here and he hungry. That's what won me this year for sure. Is that fourth quarter. That fourth quarter, that boy turned into a different animal for sure.
So you feel me? So I said De'Aaron was better than Lonzo. Or else said I was crazy.
I still he was better than. I got him on top 10. I still don't think he skill wise better than. Skill wise, I don't think. Let me correct myself.
I said you gotta clarify that.
As an overall player,
yeah.
I do think Ja is better than De'Aaron. Right?
Is it by much?
But I don't think it's. I don't think it's by much. I do think De'Aaron is literally one successful playoff run away from just taking off, like completely just making a lot of people like damn, I overlooked him for X amount of years. Like he's really one good playoff run away from just tearing it up.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And I only think Ja gets the edge from most people is because like he just came in the league and just kind of did it earlier. But De'Aaron was in Sacramento. I mean, nobody was winning out there, bro.
Who's gonna do whatever out there, bro? That's what really is hiding a lot of the eyes on him is because he's in Sacramento.
Yeah, that's what, like the same. I know this off topic, but the same thing with like Cade Cunningham. Like I think he's gonna be tough, but like. Man, I don't know how you gonna win nothing in Detroit, bro.
Detroit, yeah.
Oh, you gonna be tough.
And then he got injured. That didn't help at all this year. Like that's tough.
And they got another guard, right? Don't they got 4 young guards? They got Killian, Cade, and the Thompson twin. Okay, bro.
They did just draft. Yeah, they did just draft, bro. Yeah.
Killian Hayes, I think he the 4th. I don't know. I think he's 4th on that list, but
he actually a lot better than I thought he was.
Hayes, so Killian.
Yeah, because I got to see him play when they played Boston. He a lot better than I thought he was.
Killian was like trash in my eyes until this season.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think he got
just,
better.
I wouldn't say trash. I
Yeah.
just I'm gonna say I ain't really care for him.
For sure.
Yeah, I got that. Like him as a facilitator is actually way underrated. Like if you actually watch him, he was actually like when there was like Jay Ivey and the rest of them was like out for like a couple games. He was actually like at point guard doing his thing, passing the ball. Like he had like 12 or 13 assists that game that I'm thinking of. I can't remember who they were playing, but getting to watch, I watched him and I was like, okay, he's not that bad.
So, and I guess I do still gotta explain my KD. No, that's my top 10. I gotta explain my.
That's serious.
The same reason y'all don't got Kawhi on y'all top 10 is the same way to a certain extent why I don't got KD on my list, right? That's so fair. Far, we've seen KD bounce from team to team to team to team to team to team to team, right? Yet, even on these blockbuster loaded star heavy team, let's not even say loaded, star heavy teams, he hasn't done anything as a player. Like he hasn't done anything. Like at some point, I think we do have to knock him out because it's like he's played with Harden, he's played with Kyrie, he's played with Devin Booker, he's played with DeAndre Ayton, he's played with CP3, he's played with Russ. Like he's played with literal all-time talent. Yet he hasn't made the only team he's made won a title with is Golden State, and ever since then, he's done nothing. And Golden State showed literally within 2 years they can win without him. Yet he hasn't showed he can win without them with loaded talent. Because it's not like he's playing with bums. Like how many players can say they play with Kyrie and Harden on the same team? How many players can say they play with Devin Booker, who's supposed to be like that next Kobe tier player, DeAndre Ayton and CP3 on the same roster? You feel what I'm saying?
Now you about to have Bradley Beal.
So you get what I'm saying? Like he's playing with the best talent available, yet he's not really pushing the needle. He's not. Like they get to the playoffs and they look like teams. Like nobody in the Western Conference was scared to play Phoenix. As crazy as that sounds. Nobody.
No, you're right, for sure.
So it's like how I can't put him in the top 10 because I would argue, to be honest, and I know we get into it a little bit. I would argue, like, why is KD at this point better than Giannis? Even with him not be able to consistently shoot three. Like, why isn't what does KD do special in terms of winning compared to the top 10 players I named? Because even Jimmy Butler is not even halfway as talented as this player, yet he has made it further than KD with not even half the talent he's had in the past 5 years.
For sure.
So
you can honestly, I respect that for sure. Like in its entirety. Because KD, I mean, with him getting only older, him only getting older.
I don't know, man.
I'm just saying, like because at some point we got to take the biases. We know it's Kevin Durant.
It's KD.
It's KD. But when you look at what KD has literally done as KD, what has he done?
Man, I'm telling you, man. If that boy wore his shoe size, his boy would not have that ring, and we know that for 100% fact. And with the Brooklyn next thing, him and Kyrie got swept that year. That's them. That's Boo Boo. That's his mom. 2011, like you played trash. But with that Kyrie and Harden, bro. They didn't play that many games. I think we can really count on our hands how many of them three played together. Kyrie, he didn't get injured against them Bucks. And if James Harden had to come back early due to the Kyrie Irving injury, I'm telling you, like,
you think so?
And they would have had to. I'm telling you, bro. His foot was on the line. He hit the shot, bro. They was hurt. His foot was on the line. He hit the shot, man.
He did have another opportunity. He did have another opportunity in airball, though. I'm just saying. But he did have another opportunity. But he had another opportunity in the airball. I'm just saying.
That overtime, that get under the rug a lot. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna say the mother, he was tired. Like he ain't have it. Like He ain't having an OT. Like, he lost it. But that
you don't think
there,
Brown and Kyrie was tired coming down from 3-1 game 7 when Kyrie hit that shot?
Everybody, that's what I'm saying. Everybody ain't Brown and Kyrie. So, everybody ain't Brown
right.
for sure. Because Brown did it another game. Brown did it back-to-back games, But I'm just saying, Kyrie, Harden, and KD, that especially the 2021 year. Every other year, the year after that, Harden left. They got swept by them young Bucks. And D-Book and them, they lost in 5 this year out in Phoenix. But he ain't really played that many games with, that Phoenix team, And they lost to the champs. So I'm gonna give them that. They lost to the champs. I think this year, now, I am going to say he played on a lot of super teams. I don't like that just because we had to see him in the playoffs so many times as the Cavaliers. But other than that, he played on stacked teams.
I just feel like
I
that's
don't know what
Phoenix
Phoenix going to do this year. But I don't think that he should be out the top 10 because of that. Because when we talk about top 10, we just talk about as a player. Like,
yeah,
KD as a player is a top 10 player.
Wow.
And I don't think I want to put him. I would put Giannis over him. Like I thought that was. I thought people were saying that for at least 2 years now. I thought people was saying that for at least 2 years. Cause they saying that. Yeah, they were saying he's the best player in the league between him, Jokic before Jokic won the ring.
Are you talking about Giannis?
Yeah. Cause Giannis was really in there for that MVP this year. He was really in there for that MVP. Mm-hmm. Let's not forget. Like them three was duking it out.
He was top 3 MVP votes, yeah.
And he won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year the same year? Even though that was supposed to go
the year he won a ring.
I ain't gonna say nothing. No, that year they was in the bubble, I thought. The year he won MVP.
Was it that year? I get it mixed up. But they because he won the MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year the same year. Whatever year that was, but yeah. No, I put Giannis over KD too. I mean, y'all know me. Bro. I do too.
I like your top 10, bro.
But y'all know me, yeah. I put Giannis over KD.
I like it because it's different.
Yeah,
I think it's like I don't know, like,
and it's very valid though. Like you got your arguments behind it for sure.
The only player I feel like on my top 10 that could be probably argued, and maybe 2, just based off this season alone, is Luka. Because of how that second half went, and Dame, because then somebody might argue, if you talk about but then I would just rebuttal with Dame, just like, shoot, I mean, what's the difference between Jimmy Butler teams and Dame teams, especially these past 2 years, like. But that's another topic for another day, another argument.
Yeah, I'm about to say we gotta load some of these up. We can keep talking about this for forever. It's a lot of these players.
I'm saying we could be on here for us 3. We could be on here for hours.
This will really turn into like Undisputed or something. Start talking about some of these other players, but yeah.